Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back once again to Frostpunk 2. Now we just finished our first playthrough in the Utopia builder mode here on the second highest difficulty, that is the steward difficulty. And of course we want to play more, and I've heard your feedback, so you want to see the campaign, and of course I too. It has a pretty big campaign, a pretty big story mode, and we're going to dive into this one here once again with the steward difficulty that I would like to choose here. Just to get started, actually, can we choose a difficulty? We can choose a difficulty. Yes, we can choose it, and we're going with the steward there once again to get us this juicy challenge out of it. But we're not going with hardcore because honestly, I'm actually more interested in the story this time around. Still keeping a balanced challenge with that. And in that case here, I'm still working on the captain difficulty then for another Utopia builder mode. I hope you're going to enjoy this one, Frostpunk 2, the story campaign. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video here to boost its reach, and also don't forget to check out my second channel where we're playing RPGs. Right now, spooky season, I'm playing Resident Evil 2, so that is definitely also fun. The link is also in the description. Without further ado, let's get cracking.
Steward.
Captain.
Can you hear us? Captain!
Do you hear us?
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us. I held New London together. United, we survived 30 years of whiteouts. But the world around us is dead. Empty.
Right for taking. The city grows.
Festers.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world. It's us who survived.
Yes. Now what?
The Wanderers. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember the world before the Great Frost. Now, another whiteout is coming, and again, we've reached the old machine. Again, we will rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure there were enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. And it starts the first mission, the Wanderers. Alright, the old dreadnought remains in pieces under a layer of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First we must break the ice to reach one of the old wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. Then we can turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. And this is it on this very small map actually, right? We can see that we have some oil deposits here. Fight the cold, frostbreak to an oil wagon and construct an extraction district and turn on the furnace here. So there we have the oil wagon, so we can actually start immediately with the frostbreaking over there. Let's just make sure that we actually also are staying close to the dreadnought there, so we can use the heat again. And there we are, the Wanderers here as well, our community. Only one community I think it is for the prologue. And turn on the furnace. We can't do that yet because we don't have any kind of fuel. right? So as long as I haven't frostbroken, there it is. And let's construct also our first district on this one here, which is going to be the oil district then. So this is a bit custom made. You can see this already, right? So for example, the extraction district only needs 3 tiles when it's usually 6. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardship that made us. But more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it will do so again. We have oil, we can turn on the furnace. That we have then over here. And with that, we're getting a bit of heat, a bit of warmth out of this old juggernaut. The furnace is on, we have enough oil to cover the current needs, but the cold will still affect our people until they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us. However, we'll need prefabricated parts for construction. We brought some with us, but that won't be enough. Next in line, build 2 housing districts and get to the construction wagon down here that we have. So first of all, we need to frostbreak again. Yeah. Actually, there's another oil wagon, so I'm definitely going to frostbreak here, so we can definitely combine them here already nicely. And then we built the first housing districts. Definitely stay close to the dreadnought, so that we get the maximum heat bonus out of that. And also, south of it, I do need to frostbreak here to also get my heat bonus from the generator that we have right now. 3,000 people we are. A bit of money I still have. Can I actually raise funds from them? Yeah, I can. Gives me 165. Let's do this. Right, since we're on maximum, almost on maximum repetition, it's always a good idea to just take the heat stamps. It's usually the one that you're lacking the most on the higher difficulties. Building wise, nothing else right now. Build the 2 housing districts. We are frostbroken, so I can also now build my second housing district in here. Let's just make sure that we also get a bit of a coverage here for the heat. And then we are finished over here. And we can also build me another extraction district here now on the prefabs that we have. Unfortunately, there is no bonus here, right? Actually, we have quite a bit of cold now because of the unhoused people. First housing district has been finished. That won't be enough though, so we will need to expand one of them. That's the second one. And there is my district. We have established some heat and shelter for our people. We must now turn our attention to the incoming whiteout. First, we must frostbreak to the small patches of fertile soil suitable for growing food. Then we must sow it in easily accessible depots. We don't have depots? Oh, only 10,000. That's not a lot. Where do we have the food? There's not a lot of food on this map. We can actually frostbreak it on the other side as well, right? So we don't need to continue here. And there's fertile soil over there. So let's do this and get into this area here. Frostbreaking around a bit because you definitely want to get the space there too. And build a district on that as well. Yeah, whiteout already coming in about 60 weeks from now. And the temperature drop will hit us as well. Frostbreaking. And food district. Since it's only 3 tiles, it's actually going to be pretty hard to combine them with anything, right? Usually you can combine those districts together, but with 3 tiles only, that's not going to work out. Can I expand this one? I also cannot do this, okay? Being the first mission, of course, there's not that many mechanics available to us at the moment. And there's the food district. Now we have to stockpile as much food as we can. To do that, we need to produce more food than our current demand. And that is something we don't have at the moment. So what I can see is probably need a second food district. But we're also already down on fuel. Now things get a bit tricky, right? Let's have a look. We have still 1,200 people as a workforce. Let's go for frostbreaking here. There's another oil wagon that I would like to take in as well right away. Perhaps we can actually combine this with something. Housing wise, I cannot expand, so we'll just keep those 9 people homeless for now, as I certainly can't afford the heating. There it is. And let's build the second food district. Is this really necessary? I think it is. Food districts require a lot of heat, right? So that's the main problem. Especially during whiteouts. So we're finishing both of them. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Emergency shifts he actually wants from me. I think we should be fine with the second food district though. Right? And we power this with the second extraction zone. However, now we don't have a lot of materials. That's another problem now. Against the elements, each day the wind grows fiercer. Relentlessly it beats against our buildings, weakening our structures gust by gust. Without raw materials to repair the damage, our districts will deteriorate. And we will use them to show up the districts. We must move quickly or some districts will be disabled. So we do need some materials now. And we do have them over here. Is my only source those two, it seems. Already frostbreaking our way there. Yep, let's take this one in and immediately move also to this one here, right? Because I'm expecting not that much out of that many tiles. Food is fine now. Well, it's a bit too much actually, so let's reduce that a bit. Next extraction zone for heat. So with that we have a heat surplus again, though we have no stockpile, right? Nope. Frostbreaking has been finished and we can now start with the material extraction over here. Of course, this will also once again raise my demand for heat. Can I build? No, I cannot build any buildings per se, right? We have the hubs, so this is the food stockpile that I probably should get going. So let's have this one here by the food district to also reduce its workforce requirements. Enough materials, relationships improve, causing trust to rise. We have now enough, so all my other districts work at better efficiency now. There's also my fuel, my food stockpile now. Instruct the wanderers to tighten the belts. There it is. Hunger is significantly increased. Food demand per capita is decreased. I mean, it's only... I could actually, of course, get rid of this food district here again, right? Save me on the heat and tighten the belts. But perhaps we can do it without it. But we need to stockpile 40,000 food, so this will definitely not work out. And this didn't do a lot. So let's actually stockpile and also use the emergency shift on one of them. There you go. So we finish those optional objectives there. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food required. And we've already done this. What I can see also here, there's not a lot of prefabs left anymore, which is not a bad thing, because this we can then disable. Material is fine, food is fine now. Shelter might be better. The seal colony can supplement our food production. Down here, there is a seal colony. Let's frostbreak our way to this. Ah, really? Just one tile would be missing. Since we have enough heating, I might actually consider building another food district down there. We have enough people for this, right? So here, let's do this. By now, though, this one's already out again. This is my prefab, so we get the workforce back. I would like to dismantle this. There's no reason to keep it. One of our frostbreaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has a religious significance. Maybe you have heard of this New London before and can settle their debate. It symbolizes order, faith. Yeah, let's go with order. This will create a continuity in which New London has embraced order to survive. With that down here, we can actually probably disable the emergency shift again. Let's just wait it out. Colder season. We need a bit more oil. The problem is there's no more fuel. There's one more fuel. Very good. Let's also do this. And we're stockpiling food now like crazy. So in 22 weeks we will be full. But I need actually more stockpiling, right? So I need this one here too. A second food stockpile. And yeah, let's put this on emergency shift too. To push out even more. Frost breaking has been done. Let's build another extraction zone here for the heat. We can afford this based on my materials. And once again, temperatures dropped and we also lost a few people. I would need to build another housing district. That is just crazy though. Especially since I don't have the prefabs necessarily. Lack of prefabs. Obtain more prefabs. And you will have 15 weeks to increase the trust. Again. So we also get an ultimatum here. 40,000 food will be reached in 29 weeks. We have 10, 20, 30, 40 weeks till the whiteout. So this will be just on time that we stockpile everything. There's the next heating district. There you go. But in that case, we are not able to fully heat everything, which is fine. You don't need to fully heat everything. This food district is running out in 13 weeks already. So what is going on? Alright. That will not be enough then to get the 40,000. So in this case, I will actually need to frost break my way to that food district over there. To this fertile soil. And build me a replacement there the moment this runs out. The whiteout draws near. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters propose to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures on Earth. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden on our resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need for the whiteout. What should we do? Let's try it. Do not go for extremes. We are going to keep the seals alive and we're going to keep the elders alive. Right? The problem though really is that we are running out of food in every account right now. We can give them back some of their scraps. This will increase reputation again with them. And since this is running out soon anyway, let's actually also get the trust back. I think I can actually just enable this one again right away. And not get the ultimatum. Okay, we're stockpiling. 22 weeks. I will need to prepare then the next food district here. So we will need to dismantle this one and immediately build the other one. Everything is prepared for this. Problem is there's two of them running out now. And we can frostbreak our way one more time to this one down here. There you go. I could. Now I'm going to save the overdrive actually for the whiteout that is about to come now. Frostbreak in. Out of prefabs. We would have a few more prefabs over there, but I don't have the workforce. Actually, I would have the workforce for the prefabs over there. So here we need to be very quick about this now, right? Can I get Titan once again? 40 weeks. Okay, this one's out now. We can dismantle this one. Get the prefabs. But as you can see, this takes too long. Yeah. And this one's also gone now. Going to activate another emergency shift. And we're building the next food district again immediately. And for this one, I'm also going to activate the emergency shift. Of course, we're going to get another ultimatum, but I think we will be fine on this. And for that last one here, once it's working, I'm also going to get an emergency shift, right? So in 7 weeks, we're able to fully stockpile now. You have 15 weeks to increase the trust. That should be fine, right? Because in 7 weeks we will be full. And then I can actually disable the emergency shifts again. That should raise my trust. and giving him money back. We could also do this, by the way, to once again improve our relationship. Super close. The whiteout is almost upon us. 38,000, 39,000, 40,000. We did it. We secured enough food to survive the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last-minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try and keep our people warm this time around. Let's disable the emergency shifts. That brings the trust back up. There it is. Trust has been restored. I also don't need this one. Problem I can see is next already is that these two oil districts are coming to an end. I don't have another oil available though. So there will be no way I can actually do anything here. It's 38 weeks still left, so this will definitely survive us through the storm at least. Should I build another housing district? I cannot expand them. We're going to lose these people. I could destroy one of my food districts. Or actually just disable it, right? Like this. We don't need them. We don't need those two, since we're fully stockpiled now. So I could actually make work then with... I will need to delete it. Yeah, let's delete the one down here again. You get the prefabs back. Not all of them, but most of them. And there's the whiteout. Let's activate the overdrive. Even though I did not receive any new mission now. Against all odds, when the whiteout hit the camp, the Wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hope that our journey will lead to a promised land. Our elders have added the story to our great tales, alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky. And we survived. The old captain is dead, New London is weak. Food is low, overpopulation looms. People yearn for a future worth dreaming of, but is it the same future for all? Keep the city together. Or hold its hand on its deathbed. Chapter 1, Scrapping the Barrel. The captain is dead, as he weakened growing divisions brought city maintenance to a grinding halt. Now, New London is left to suffer the consequences. As steward, it is your charge to lead, but you must prove yourself. The overcrowded city is low on resources. Use this warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, and power the generator back on. Alright, so this is it once again. A new city is awaiting us, New London it is. We have a huge map this time around. We have 3 factions already. And of course, the most important thing that every new steward has to do, collecting taxes. So let's go in and raise the funds from all the factions that we have. This gives me a lot of heat stamp right away to make sure that we have enough funding. And it basically comes free of charge, more or less, because those people, yeah, giving me the benefit of doubt for the moment. Now over here we have now the shallow coal seams. This is something that we need to get to now. And that's the extraction zone here. So let's start frost breaking our way. Let's make sure this time around that we do get quite a few of them in with one frost break, so that we can start the first extraction zone then quickly as well. We will also need to build a few additional housing districts. I mean, a few. The game suggests 2. With 80 homeless people, we probably will need a few more. And we can use these tiny, tight corridors here to build those housing districts in that, right? And over here as well. Sheltered from the wind. Actually, let's spread out there a bit, because we already have the bonus from that. And this is a pretty epic looking city, by the way. Fantastic details. Down in this crater. You can imagine that this is probably New London. It is New London, of course. And that's the city that we left behind in Frostpunk 1, right? In this crater. And now in Frostpunk 2, basically the game broadens up and you're now settling around the crater. You're now expanding with more and more people flooding to your city. Alright, the frost breaking continues. As we do need to turn on the generator soon. We don't have any oil right now, so I cannot turn it on. That is the important thing. Research Institute, cannot build it yet, but we can actually get the laws going. Let's build the council hall. Let's actually hurry up about this a bit. There's the frost breaking. I would like to go with the next frost breaking immediately to open up these coal seams here. Problem is, none of them is infinite, right? So that's going to be one of the major problems here, I think. And I would like to start here with my first one. By the way, also, what is that? Ah, it's a shelter from the wind, so this gives me a bonus here to heating. Might actually be a good idea to build my extraction zone right here, if I can do this. Just outside. But we can expand into this. There you go. And let's immediately frost break my way into this shelter here. Actually, it says exposed to the wind. But this has a blue sign. Oh, that's not good. Okay. First council session. Anticipation fills the air as the council opens. The captain ruled with a firm hand for years, but those times died with him. Now the communities of the city want their say. The stalwarts maintained order on behalf of the captain and adhered to what they claim was his vision for New London. Progress, merit and reason. The New Londoners and Frostlanders clash over our survival strategy, though neither has a firm stance on the economy or social issues. Then there are those who view the stalwarts with contempt for their role in New London's history, but they keep to the shadows for now. Based on your handling of the coal crisis, the first decision is whether you should maintain your role as a steward. And council session opens. The first. For now, a special vote needs to happen. The communities of New London have to accept you as their leader. So this is the vote of confidence. Should we remain in power? We could negotiate already. So we should do this, by the way, because it's very tight, right? There's only 20 for us. So I could give someone of the others a promise. The stalwarts are actually not that many. The Frostlanders, the New Londoners, what do they have? Mass-produced goods is something I like a lot as well. Food production efficiency is increased. This is also something I like a lot. And what do the Frostlanders want? Okay, forged additives is actually also something that's nice. So I think I'm going with that. And with that we should easily win this vote. There you go. If we would have lost this vote now, the game would be over. Okay, we're still in the very early stages. We still haven't started with the extraction district. And past the forge additive would be the next in line. Let's expand. Can we do this please now? Yes, we can expand now those districts. So that we can also start with a research district on it then. Let's build the next housing district. We still have way too many homeless people. So there we get also some nice bonuses out of that. Sheltered from the wind and adjacency bonus to the next housing zone. There's the expansion going, so we can now build a research district or research institute. And the extraction zone should be finished now any moment. There it is. And we can now finally turn on the generator. Good work, Stuart. We have secured a new coal deposit. It's part of the last vein in New London. There's still some deposits left, but they won't last for long. We'll need to improve our mining to use it efficiently, but the city's communities are voicing different ideas about how to do it. We need to decide whose ideas are worth pursuing. And build a research institute, research the idea for new coal mines, and construct the newly research building. So we will need to expand that zone here, of course, with it. So that we can build a building then on top of that. There's the research institute, and we can now start with the researching for the coal mines. We do have the two options, the dust coal mine or the blasting coal mine. This increases squalor, but costs and brings more coal and costs less workforce. This one here costs less materials and brings the coal. I would like to go with the dust coal mine for this idea. Since material is also always a problem. A small crowd gathers outside of the new research institute, arguing about how to exploit the last coal veins. The stalwarts and New Londoners want us to lean on machine-powered mining, but the Frostlanders would have us pursue a more frugal solution. They would never display such discord under the captain's rule. You have to choose who to entrust. Yeah, I've already made the decision. I'm immediately also expanding all the housing districts again, so that we solve the housing problem. We have a bit of a coal deficit right now, but that's okay. We're expanding, so then we have a surplus again. The materials will last us another 140 weeks, so that's also fine. And the food is another 36 weeks. Where do we have the food? Over there it is, and over here, but that's a small one. That's more. So I would like to actually... Oh, wait a second. Can we combine anything here? Nah, not really. Let's actually move over here with the frost breaking. Also to this endless supply there. Expansion is completed. With that we have a bit of a surplus there. But the temperature drop will make sure that we lose it right away. There's the expansions for the housing zones. Very good. Almost no homelessness now. Tension is pretty high though. The generator wakes. People gather around the generator tower as it wakes with a thundering shudder and bestows heat on us yet again. This is the heart of the city, our last line of defense against the cold, our first hope for a future, any future. Stuart, there's a couple who says their first child, a daughter, was born at the exact moment the generator sprang to life again. They called her Lily May. They may ask you to bless her. May your life be warm and winds spare your path. And with that, welcome to this beautiful new world. And we continue onwards with Frostpunk 2 campaign in the next episode. Stay tuned.